Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Potato Fields podcast. We've got Ham here today.
Welcome to the Formula Cart Wheat podcast. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong one. Sorry, my bad.
I would love to see a counter of the number of times anything Mario Kart related is mentioned in this episode. It's going to be many.
We're going to get there, trust me.
This was a surprisingly requested one, so Ham's here.
I'm a man of the people, I have to say.
This is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. We've got diamonds all over the place. We're in like a vault kind of set. Very fitting. Cool. Very fitting for Ham. But yeah, we can jump straight into it. But yeah. Oh.
All right. So what's up first? What question are we doing?
So we're going to go straight into the debate questions.
Okay. You want mine first or yours?
You can go first if you really want to. Mine's pretty bad.
Okay. Right. So I'm pretty sure we haven't done this, right? And it's quite on brand. Sorry, Zeph. I might be stealing this from you. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Right?
Ooh, okay.
It's an age-old question. See, I've got an extension of this. We'll get onto it later. But is a hot dog, which is, bread, meat, is that a sandwich?
You're starting this off with a really good question. Now, that's not a new question at all. I've heard that so many times, but I've never known an answer to it.
Yeah, no, I've never picked a side, so
I've never picked a side, but now I have to. I have to pick a side.
Make your
political
position
clear. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Clear.
You see, it's a little bit of a tricky one.
Yeah. Because if you're speaking objectively, right, what is a sandwich? I'm pretty sure the definition is like meat between bread or some sort of substance between bread, right?
Does bread have to be involved?
I'm not sure. We should check. What is a sandwich? Definition.
What is the definition of a sandwich? We're like a minute in and we're already looking things up on the internet.
An item of food consisting of two pieces of bread with a filling in between them.
So, by definition, a hot dog is a sandwich. So, this is... Ooh, I feel this is a very... what's the word? Controversial one.
Oh, yes.
So, think of a Subway, right?
Yes, I'm thinking of Subway.
Would you say that you get I don't know what they actually call the sandwich there.
They're like subs.
Okay.
I believe, yeah.
So would you say those are sandwiches?
Oh, beyond a shadow of a doubt. They're literally called sandwich artists at Subway.
Okay.
That's what they sell. They sell sandwiches.
So those are essentially consisting of two pieces of bread with filling in between them, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So if you turn that 90 degrees so the cut is on the top, that is a hot dog. If it's obviously depending on the filling, but if
you think of a hot dog, you think of a hot dog bun, right?
I guess
is that two pieces of bread or is that one piece of bread? Because you think of a brioche hot dog bun, right? Say it's not been cut open yet. Would you call that one or two pieces of bread? Surely it's one piece of bread. Just cutting it open, as long as you don't slice all the way through, that's still one piece of bread.
I mean...
So if you put meat in that, is that a sandwich? Or is it just three-quarters of the way towards a sandwich?
I think it depends on perspective. Have you ever made a sandwich with one piece of bread, just folded over?
Yes, I have.
Would you say that's still a sandwich?
I would say that's still a sandwich.
And it's one piece of bread.
It's one piece of bread. Yeah, you're not wrong. And
so I think
that is basically what a hot dog is.
Exactly. If you were to get a piece of bread, shove a sausage in there.
Maturity.
You've got... Fundamentally, you've got a hot dog. So what's the difference between that and an actual sandwich? Nothing.
No, I guess not.
I feel
okay.
Today is a turning point in my life. I have finally taken a stand on whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich. My answer
honestly,
is yes.
I went into this with very much an open mind, but I was leaning towards it's not. But the more I look at it, the more I think, yeah, a hot dog is a sandwich. It has to be. What else would it be?
What else would it be? I guess it could be its own category, depending on what it is. What if the hot dog in itself is the name of the quote unquote dish? The name of the food is the hot dog. So yeah, it's a hot dog. That is its own thing, but it's also a sandwich.
Yeah. So it's like a subclass, you know.
Yeah, it's like a subclass. Like it's a sandwich, but like it's also a hot dog. But like a burger, which is fitting for the hamburger.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of which, I had an extension to this, and it is a burger a sandwich, right?
100%.
Because this one seems even more clear cut, right? Because it's 100% meat between two buns, but
Exactly. Like if you substituted those buns for just ordinary bread, that is without a shadow of a doubt a sandwich.
It is, but like the shape of like a burger bun, right? You've never had a sandwich where it's a meat in like that shape, is it? You've never had it as that patty.
No,
So does the fact that it's a patty change what it is?
I don't think so. I think it's the same kind of situation with the hot dog. Like, yes, it's a burger. That's the category. That's the subcategory. If that's what we're calling it. But it's also a sandwich. Because like, if you think the reverse, if you get your ordinary sandwich fillings and put them in between burger buns, is that a burger or is that a sandwich?
I don't know what the hell I'd call that, because I've done that before.
I have too.
I have no idea what I would call it if someone asked.
I'd say it's a sandwich. Like if you get burger buns and put whatever you'd normally put in a sandwich in between those buns.
Okay, hear me out. Chicken in a sandwich, right? Chicken sandwich. Chicken in a burger buns. Chicken burger.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it different? Or is it just chicken that's the exception here?
I think it depends on what kind of chicken. Like if it's like the actual like chicken like patty thing, I guess yeah, they're separate. You have chicken sandwich, chicken burger. But I think it does depend. Like if it's like, I don't know, like a patty, like a chicken or beef or something like that, then what you put it into matters. But if it's anything else, maybe it doesn't, and maybe it's just a sandwich by default. You can tell you never thought about this before.
No. I mean, it's supposed to inspire thought, these questions, you know? Really dig deep down into your psychology, you know?
Yeah, I don't have any more points here. No, like... I'd say hot dogs are sandwiches and burgers are also sandwiches, but burgers are also a subcategory.
I don't have subcategories. Just
we have subcategories of sandwiches.
As a burger, you know, I think I'd have to agree. I really would. I think it is a sandwich. My mind's been broken today.
I have adapted the mind of the burger himself. And changed your opinions. Actually, no, you had quite neutral opinions, but still, open mind. Burgers and hot dogs are sandwiches. I am fully expecting everyone to disagree on Discord when this podcast goes live.
I'm very excited for everyone to shout at us. All the points we never brought up.
It's going to be an interesting one, but I'm sure it'll be very funny. So we'll see how that one goes. But no, I have nothing else to add. Do you?
Yeah, I'm with you. Sandwiches all the way.
Sandwiches, hot dogs are sandwiches, burgers are sandwiches, depending on context. But most of the time, they are also sandwiches.
More than 50%, a majority.
More than 50% of the time, they are sandwiches. What a lovely starting question. And then it's just going to go back to mine, which is really... nothing special. It's such a generic question in comparison. It's very simply summer or winter.
Oh, this is a good one. I'm okay. I'm happy with this one. I got points to get across on this one. Do you want me to go first?
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So over the years, this has changed like massively for me, right?
Right.
I used to be a winter all the way kind of guy, because I do not deal with heat well in the slightest, right?
Right.
Like, genuinely, like, whenever we have heat waves over here, which are becoming scarily more common recently, I am awful. Like, I know obviously it's the British stereotype with the fan and whatever, but I obviously have the fan. But also, like, heat makes me extremely, extremely tired and, like, miserable. So whenever we have these heat waves, I just, like, shut off for a week. And just, I feel absolutely miserable. So because of that, I always favoured the winter, because like I did enjoy snow and, you know, the atmosphere of winter is really nice. Like you go for a walk a nice night in winter, it's beautiful, isn't it? But over the years, I'm starting to look down on winter. I'm starting to, feel the pain a bit more of it,
Okay.
Because I cycle to school, right? So
Right.
in the winter, that becomes a lot more annoying because whenever it's like rain, there's a possibility that the next day will be really icy, right? And because I'm on a road bike which has thin tires, for anyone who doesn't know, I can't cycle to school if there's like, obviously if the ground's too icy, because if I just turn, I'll be sliding across the road, So it's just the little annoyances of winter have like been building up, and I think I'm a summer guy now, just because it's also the context around it, right? Because in the winter you're still at school and stuff like that, but in the summer, you're free, you're all open or whatever, and the heat this year hasn't been too bad. So it's just kind of been nice. So it's just nice to go outside and not have to bring extra clothes and stuff.
I get where you're coming from. I do get what you're saying. Like riding a bike in winter, when it's cold, when it's icy, it's horrible. You said you don't handle the heat well.
Yeah.
And the same is true for me. Like I'm terrible. Like it gets anywhere above like 15 degrees. My window's open, fans blaring on me. Like
Yes, yeah. Definitely.
I'm terrible for the heat. And 15 isn't even that bad. That's
warm.
That's not even that bad. Yeah, and I can't handle it.
Sure.
It's 21 today.
Yeah.
And I'm really struggling. And bear in mind, we're recording right now, so I can't have my window open or my fan on. It's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's really uncomfortable. But I don't know, I have always... I guess growing up, I'd say I was more of a summer kind of person, but I don't know. Like, I like the days where it's a little bit warm and, you can just go out and, I don't know, you don't need to go crazy with clothes. You can wear whatever you want. You'll be fine. Yeah. You're not going to be sweating head to toe. You'll be like a comfortable temperature. Like that, I'm fine with.
Yeah.
But when it gets too hot, no. Like what you said, I shut down. I can't do anything.
Yep, yeah.
I get no energy. It's horrible. So summer, it's really unpredictable. Like with the temperatures, it's all over the place. Like if it's too warm, I can't do anything. It's just, I don't know. It's just most of the time I just feel really uncomfortable. I also hate being sweaty and gross.
Yes, yeah. The more you say, the more I remember what I had about summer.
Yeah, so. It's horrible. And on top of that, I absolutely hate the way I look. So I don't want to go out in just a t-shirt. So even though it's 21 degrees and here in the UK, that is not a comfortable temperature for most people.
Oh no.
So I can't go out in just a t-shirt. I have to wear a hoodie or a jacket on top of that, just to even feel slightly comfortable.
I have a friend who wears a hoodie everywhere because he doesn't like how he looks, like, kind of, and he's just like. Luckily, he's not as bad, right? He handles heat pretty well, but I can tell he's struggling quite a bit. But he still keeps the jump on. It's absolutely insane.
Honestly, yeah, it's horrible. Like, I can't handle the heat well at all. So but I still wear like hoodies and whatnot just to even feel slightly comfortable. But I get back. Thankfully, the shops aren't even that far. So whenever I'm going out, it's not for that long. But it's still long enough to the point that when I get back, I am exhausted. I have. It's horrible, really uncomfortable. Winter, you don't have to worry about any of that. You can wear whatever. I can wear a hoodie. I'm comfortable. If it gets too cold, you can just put on a thicker coat or whatever.
Yeah.
It's still not super comfortable, but I'd much rather be cold than, boiling hot. Like
yes, yeah. That part I 100% agree with. I would rather freeze to death and burn to death. Rather freeze, right? Obviously, that's extreme, but generally, I'd rather be cold than hot if I overwhelmingly so if I had to pick.
Definitely.
But I'm always in shorts, right? I'm in shorts basically as early as possible in the year.
Yeah.
So because the real answer to this is spring or autumn, right? In terms of seasons. But
definitely.
This is the extreme way you gotta compare. But the issue with winter is I like, unlike you, I don't wear much. I have a t-shirt and shorts on right now. So I don't mind that, and I do suffer from hay fever though, so that's annoying this time.
Yeah.
Another point against summer is just I have to take tablets, and they sometimes don't work the whole day, etc., etc. My eyes itch. It's all lovely.
And yet you're still a summer person.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 55-45, you know? It's not
That's
a massive disparity.
Okay,
and it's just like...
sorry, carry on.
Yeah, it's just like winter's like kind of grown old over the years, you know? It's got a bit annoying.
That's
So
fair.
I used to really love snow. Like, I love sledging and stuff like that, but it's just become a bit less exciting over the years, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so... No, I get where you're coming from entirely. Like, summer can be nice. It really does depend on so many things. But okay, so let's go for like a less extreme version. Spring or autumn?
This one's tough as well. Because spring has the massive negative of PK fever, right?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
my eyes are just absolutely killing me around this time of year. Like, there's some days where I just, like, when I go outside, I just have to resist getting anywhere near to touching my eyes, like, at all.
Oh, God.
Because if I do once, then I'm absolutely screwed for the whole day. Instead of just miserable. But in terms of, like, temperatures and, like, the average weather, spring is the best time of year, in my opinion. It's got the best mix of not too high, not too low.
That's fair.
But with autumn, that's got my birthday in it, so a little bit biased. How about you?
Well, I'm a winter birthday, but I don't know. I'd say it's tricky. I think I do prefer autumn because when it starts to get a little bit cooler from the heat.
Yes,
so it's like you've just had this really warm summer. So now it's just getting a little bit
cool
cooler.
down.
It's like it's cooling down. It's like the relief. It's nice. So I like that. Spring is really nice though, but I don't know. I'd say probably autumn. I do prefer that. It's much nicer.
Yeah, I think I'd have to pick autumn just because hay fever really screws me over in spring. And autumn is quite nice. You know, you got Halloween and like just generally nice temperatures again until you get to like late October, November. Then it gets a bit shit. But well, November's winter, isn't it? So really, is it?
Yeah.
No. December.
It's December to February winter.
December, Feb's winter.
Yeah.
And like November kind of times it gets a bit cold, but like
I'd say October's
September,
like
October's
peak
nice.
October.
Yeah,
October is peak October. Autumn.
Have to agree. I really do.
That's fair though. We got a lot more out of that question than I thought we would.
I'm very good at waffling.
And that's awesome for the podcast. It's great.
I fit this format quite well.
I don't know, like summer or winter, like I struggle with the debate questions. So for this time, I actually looked up like a website for like different like this or that kind of questions. Most of them are absolutely terrible.
Oh yeah, no, I looked up a few and I didn't even end up using it in the end. I thought of this one on my own, but they were all just awful questions.
They're so bad. Like I wrote down 2 questions. Summer or winter was one of them, and the other one I'm going to save for another episode.
Okay.
But most of them are just absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the debate questions done. Unless you have anything to add about the...
No. I feel like we did pretty conclusive.
That's fair. So we can move on to the gaming questions now. So,
exciting.
So the way the podcast works for anyone who's new here, we have 2 debate questions, 4 gaming questions, and 3 personal questions, and then a little quick fire round at the end.
I'm excited for that. I'm going to beat that record line. Watch.
Let's see if you do that. So we move on to the gaming questions. So mine is a very general one.
All right.
It's very general. Just what games have you been playing recently?
Okay. So to get the obvious out of the way, Minecraft. Hello.
The obvious one is Minecraft, yeah.
I have gone from 40 hours before the end released, which was on Sunday, it's Wednesday as of time of recording, to 73.
Ooh.
So I've been on a little Tato grind recently.
Tato grind.
But other than that, recently I've been playing through Metroid Dread on Dread mode,
Oh.
which is the one-hit mode.
Damn.
So I'm quite late into the game on that one at this point. I'm getting towards the final few bosses. But I love how difficult it is, because the movement system of Dread is just absolutely brilliant. And because
cool.
every attack in the game is built to be dodged, right? Obviously the one-hit mode isn't unfair because there is a way to get through everything. It's not you. It's not about getting lucky. It's pure skill. It's pure execution.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's taken me a while to get through on one hit, obviously, because you touch a little bug that you'd usually do like 20 energy worth of damage, and you got to restart. But it is really fun, and I've been playing that recently.
It sounds not bad. Like, I don't know anything about Metroid in general, but I don't know, it sounds kind of cool.
Dread's a really good starting point if you're interested. Like, I mean, on
Maybe
normal mode, it's difficult enough on normal mode, to be honest. I went through normal mode. I was like, oh, it's good. I'll play it again on hard mode. And then they released Dread mode and update. I was like, yeah, fuck it, may as well. So I've been playing with that in the background. That's quite fun. Other than that, the obligatory Mario Kart.
Which ones?
Okay, so Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, there was a European qualifier the other week, right? I think it was like last Saturday. So it was just a public event, right, that Nintendo actually holds, where you could go, like, if you came top 8 out of like everyone, they'd fly you out to Germany to actually compete. Damn. And there's 3 qualifiers, right? So they've gone through 1, and you had to get you had to do 24 races, right? And you had to get a certain amount of points. And I did decently. I think I got like 290, something like that, and you needed 330. So like, it's not bad. Like, considering literally had to be top 8, but
yeah,
it was really fun to like properly sweat, because like even when I play with you guys and I say I'm sweating, I'm not fully checking behind my shoulder every 10 seconds. But yeah, no, for that one but it does showcase how luck can affect you in that game. It's absolutely miserable sometimes.
Definitely, yeah. It's very luck based.
But I'm excited to try again in the other 2, which I originally wasn't going to do, but because of how fun the first one was, I am going to give them a go.
That's cool. Well, good luck with that. Sounds really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so bit different on my end.
Okay.
So, of course, Minecraft. That's
really?
obviously the free one. That's the free one. And then
crazy.
this isn't going to come as a surprise to you at all. GTA 5.
Right, yeah, of course.
I actually haven't played it since I recorded the last episode. I haven't actually loaded it up once. I've been doing things. I've been busy, but I'm going to go back to it at some point soon.
Oh, good.
I've been looking up
enough recently.
I've been looking up the actual like speedrun strats and like the route and everything.
Oh, nice.
I don't plan on fully properly doing it all. I want to just see how fast.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you at all. I'm a big fan of casual speedrunning. Just like Mario Odyssey, I've casual speedrun. What else have I done? Sonic Frontiers, I guess, I've casual speedrun as well, but that's more of I did look properly into stuff for that one. But I'm a big enjoyer of just playing through a game basically as quick as possible, and like either finding most of the strats your own or just like doing the basic ones.
Yeah, definitely, it's fun.
But
like,
you don't have to just go all in on like becoming top of the world. You can just speedrun a game and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, the full game runs for GTA 5. They take many, many hours. Like, the world record is a little under 6 hours. My best is probably about 10 hours. But like, even if I were to submit that run at 10 hours, I'd be at like, what, 130th? Which isn't bad. Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
Considering there's not that many people actually submitting runs for that.
Yeah, even
because it's such a long game.
Still.
But still, I don't know, it's fun. Like, the strats there are some that are pretty difficult to get, but there are some which aren't that bad. And like, it's just fun. Like, driving around really fast is really fun.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you at all. Like, any speed game which you just get to optimize stuff like that is really fun.
Honestly, it's pretty cool.
One of the other games I've always played is like Sonic Generations, right? Which it's a really short game. It's like really, really short. There's not many levels in it, but the levels are so incredibly replayable. Like, I just spend all my time on that game going through like 5 or 6 levels just trying to beat my own PB. Like, literally, there's so much motivation for me to just cut down like every like half second or whatever. And the best thing about it is like every strat on that game I found myself.
Oh wow!
I haven't looked up a single one because I just want to be able to push it down myself. I want to see how low I can get, and it's a game I've that's got like a 2-hour, 3-hour runtime that I put 150 hours into.
Oh god, wow!
Just because of how enjoyable it is to replay the levels, and there's also like lots of mods and stuff. But
I've never actually finished it. I've played it for a couple of hours, but I haven't actually done that much.
Yeah,
And,
there
I do
isn't
kinda
much
wanna
to
go
it,
back
to
to
be
it.
fair. But it's a game I really enjoy, like Sonic games in general, because casual speedrunning, kind of
That's
built for
fair.
it.
That
So
is fair.
I'm surprisingly intrinsically motivated to just be, as long as there's like a record of like your fastest time, I'm going to try and beat it on a game because I just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, I get that entirely. Like speedrunning games, like just zooming around is just really fun. For the same reason, I want to get back into Celeste at some point.
I've tried, and then by like 4 chapters in, either I've lost the run by like 5 minutes or my hands hurt.
Yeah, it gets really tricky. So last year, we all had like a bit of a Celeste speedrunning phase, like a bunch of us did.
Yep.
And we went from just about knowing how to beat the game to pretty confident with strats and stuff, zooming through the game. Most of us got under 1 hour. We did really good. And then it just got to a point where we were just only taking off a few seconds at a time. We're in a game where, it's Celeste was built as a speedrunning game. So like it gets very, very tricky at parts. And I don't know, it was really fun. Like when we were all like taking off minutes at a time, that was really fun. But now it's down to, I don't know, a few seconds here and there. It loses some of the fun, I think. But it was still so fun to play through.
The first time
really fun.
It died down a bit was when I got sub 50, which was just absolutely brilliant. Because every time I got the record beforehand, it got like, because we had a graph, right? Lily was doing a graph for like the times over time.
Yeah.
And it did it on a day basis, right? So the one time I managed to get the record and would have shown up on the graph as me getting first, Lion beat it like an hour or two later.
Oh, God.
So that just absolutely motivates me to like, I've got to get a first place on this graph, right? And I think I did push it low 50s first, but then I was the first sub 50 and that killed it for a little bit. Like, I can't remember how long it was. But then Zombie came back to it and just absolutely decimated the time.
They done great. I don't know what it is with Zombie, but like whenever they step into the game, any game that we're speed running, they fucking crush it.
Yeah, no. They're really good
most
at
games
grinding stuff. Yeah, no,
they are.
They're clearly very good at stuff like that.
Yeah, they've been getting into Jellycar speedrunning recently to the point where they actually not only got into a tournament run by the actual developer of the game, but won it as well.
Which is absolutely insane and incredibly well done to you, Zombie, if you're in this part.
Honestly, Zombie, I hope you're watching. If you are,
yeah,
that is insane.
Gushing over you. Yeah, no.
It's insane. But no, Celeste.
yeah, no. That phase of our Discord was one of the favorite things we've done.
It was so fun. I would love it if we all had another speedrunning phase.
Just looked at games before. I've looked at games before, but there's just not one that. Because the length of Celeste was perfect, the type of game Celeste was perfect, and most of us owned it. Yeah, and it's just there isn't a game that meets all three of those criteria.
That's currently also fun to speedrun. Because
exactly.
we can all rush through Undertale or something, but like that's not really a fun game to speedrun.
That's a button masher.
Like Celeste, like that was no breaks, zooming through the entire game as fast as you can. That game was so fun to speedrun. I do kind of want to try. Maybe we can try a different category or something. I don't know.
We could do a different category. We definitely could.
Definitely not Farewell. I am not touching that.
I haven't even beat Farewell.
Nor have I. It was so difficult. I got like near the end, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I went back and tried to do all the seasides first, but I just haven't been able to beat 8C because I just can't.
Oh God,
I can't get through without my hands aching.
8C was easier than 7C, but like it was so tricky how you have to like do a couple like wave dashes, like really precise ones.
Wait, no, I'm on. Maybe I'm thinking about 7C. I don't remember. I'm
7C is Summit.
Yeah, no, I'm on 7C though. I'm on 7C.
Yeah, 7C. I spent like 3 hours on that. It was a nightmare.
I feel way more than that.
It was really
just because it's the one I'm stuck on, right? So I go back to it, try it for like half an hour, and then give up again. Is the issue?
I get that.
And then so I just come back. I get one which gets to like the end. And then I try again for like 5-10 minutes, don't get anywhere, give up. And then this chest happens like once a month. And it's been happening quite a lot.
I don't know. I think something about talking about Celeste recording right now, I want to load it up and play it. Watch me stream it later.
I'd watch.
It would be fun, actually. I think I still have like an old stream layout somewhere that I made for speedrunning it. I just never used it because I never ended up streaming Celeste.
Yeah,
so that'd be fun to do. We'll see.
I could never do it on stream. I get too distracted. I have to do it offline.
100%. Yeah, I can do it on stream, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be more fun if I do that. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway.
if you do it casually and you weren't trying to.
Yeah, especially if it's casual. I don't know. Maybe I can just do a stream where I'm just playing through the game, just seeing what I remember, see how fast I can do it, being very rusty and out of practice. But I don't know. We'll see.
All the tricks have stayed in my muscle memory, which I'm proud of. Like whenever I load up Celeste and like, I remember how to do the tricks. It's just my hands don't like it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it does kill your hands after a while.
Yeah.
Ooh, because we played for many hours at a time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah, any other games you're playing right now? Let's get back to what we're trying to answer.
There's nothing else I'm playing right now, but I do want to mention I really want to play Wii Fit, of all things.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Everyone's favourite game.
Like a month or so ago, I bought a Bluetooth adapter so I can connect my balance board and emulate it. Couldn't get it working because the Bluetooth adapter just didn't work.
Oh, that's a shame.
And for some reason, I sold my only copy of Wii Fit. I don't know when I done that. I don't remember ever doing it, but I don't have it.
Like 50 pence to get that
I know. It sells for nothing. Why did I sell it? Unless I lost it somewhere, which is probably more likely.
Wait, is the balance board? No, okay. I was going to say, why is the balance board so expensive? Okay, two quid used if you want to buy it back.
Oh, really? Damn. No, I had the balance board, thankfully, but the game...
No, not the board. The game's like 2 quid. The board is like 30, I think. Well,
oh, damn. I bought mine for £5.
Nice.
From CEX.
I think it was a refurbished one, so that's probably why it's more expensive.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, mine has a bit of a paint stain on it. It's got a little blue patch on it somewhere. So that's probably why it's only £5.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I weirdly, I'm missing a lot of the Wii series game in my library because I never had Wii Play, never had Wii Fit, never had Wii Fit Plus, obviously, never had Wii Party. The only ones I have are the Wii Sports ones. I don't have any others.
That's a rite of passage, but
yeah, no, naturally.
I have Wii Music.
Oh, great!
I remember when I went to Shaw's over Christmas, I took it with me. Just so we can see what a mess of a game it was, and yeah, we played it for no time at all. It was really funny though.
Yeah, no, I need to spend £5 and pick up the Wii collection at some point. Or as they would say, get Wii Chess for 12 quid on eBay.
Oh yeah, Wii Chess.
And that very famous image.
Okay. What about you? Is there anything that you want to play?
That I want to play. Pikmin 4. I want to get around to that. I hopefully should be getting it for my birthday. Right. So that'll be exciting. Cool. Still need to finish Tears of the Kingdom. I've been chipping away at it. Oof, I'm like so 50 over 50 hours in. Still haven't beat the main story. Because I've decided to dawdle, and I am dawdling.
No, that's fair. It took me 80 hours.
Yeah. Tears of the Kingdom's going to be last me all year. I'm not going to be done with that for a long time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I beat it fully expecting to I'll go back and do these things, but I lost motivation after that point. So I didn't do those things. I did a few, but not that much.
Yeah, that's a shame. I know how excited you were for that thing.
It's such a good game. I've got 90 hours. I want to replay it at some point, but not yet.
I'm sure you'll get around to it.
Oh,
but there's not too many games that I like new games that I want to play, right? Because the other ones are Mario Party 6 and Mario Party 7, which are a little boring, but they're expensive on eBay, so I've been looking out for them.
That's fair.
It's just because I love Mario Party. I'm very much.
Yeah, he's the designated Mario Party guy.
Yeah, I'm the Mario Party enjoyer in the server. So, but I just love, the strategy and the mathematics of Mario Party. I really enjoy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I do want to play more of them. I know Sean bought Superstars the other day. He found it used on eBay, so he bought it.
Fair enough. Superstars is very good.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard it's really, really good.
Yeah, if you ever pick it up, I'd be happy to invite you along to Borger's Mario Party. So.
Okay, let's move on. So what is your game question? one of them.
Oh yes, of course. Let's go with this one first, because it's the better one.
All right.
So this one straight out of an old Scott the Was episode.
Oh,
Desert
God.
Island games. Pick 5. No
Oh,
Minecraft.
shit.
No Minecraft because
Oh, no.
it's too easy. I've literally got in brackets no Minecraft because duh. So
Minecraft
5
is-
games, not Minecraft. Got to play for eternity. Go.
Okay. So, going off of what he said in that episode, you need games that are infinitely replayable
Yep.
and games that you'll actually enjoy playing.
Yes.
I feel like an Animal Crossing has to be in there.
Okay. Yeah. Solid start.
For me, because I mean, I can't say Minecraft. That's not allowed, which is a shame.
It's too easy for you to just pick Minecraft and just finish the list there, and you'd probably be fine.
And then Animal Crossing, I this is an unpopular opinion, but I would go for New Horizons.
Okay.
I prefer the decoration side of things in New Horizons. I've tried the older games. I can't go back. I can't. I prefer
that's
New
fair enough.
Horizons. I'm more of a decorator as opposed to other things. I don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
All you need to know is that my main game is Minecraft, and New Horizons is the most Minecraft Animal Crossing. So that's why I like that
that
one.
makes sense. If I had to pick an Animal Crossing game, I'd pick New Horizons because I played that one and I didn't enjoy it like everyone else does. It's not my kind of game.
That's fair.
It just feels like a gimped version of Minecraft to me. It's like remove all the fun parts of it. Like I paid off my house and I became unseasonably rich. I love the stock market element of that. That's really, really enjoyed that. Like favorite part of the game by far. Used that to make more money than I'd ever need. Paid off my house, and then stopped playing the game because I
You
finished
see,
it.
that might be your problem. On my first island, I done that. I fully abused like the stock market, and I got so burnt out from all that money. I just didn't want to play. So I reset and completely avoided it. And I've actually played a lot more of the second island.
Yes, yeah. I've been tempted to reset, but I think Animal Crossing is just not my kind of game, which is fine.
That's fair.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, what would your first game be? We'll go through them together.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. So obligatory, I gotta pick a Mario Kart, right?
100%.
So the question becomes: do I pick Mario Kart Wii, assuming I have like not custom tracks, not mods, but I do have Wii just to match it in terms of online?
Okay.
Or do I pick a finished 8 Deluxe with all 6 waves and 96 tracks and still online?
Very true.
I feel like Mario Kart Wii is more endlessly replayable, right? Because the physics system in Mario Kart Wii is so much more varied and interesting.
I guess so.
The thing with 8 Deluxe is quite rigid in its physics, right? It's better. It's better controls, I have to admit, but the looseness of Mario Kart Wii makes it more enjoyable and like makes like shortcuts cooler.
Okay.
Like even just the double on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's just not as cool as the Wii version.
Yeah, I don't know. Like doing shortcuts and stuff on the Wii is really fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I find 8 Deluxe be more replayable in my perspective. Anyway.
Yeah, as of recently, I'm really enjoying 8 Deluxe, but I feel like once the booster course passes up, like after a year, I'm probably gonna honestly probably this weekend I'm probably gonna go back to Mario Kart Wii and just remember how much I enjoy it.
That's fair.
And just so I think I would pick 8 Deluxe though because 3 times as many tracks. It's hard to argue with that because like if our desert island doesn't have internet, then that's a hell of a lot more tracks for me to endlessly time travel into the dirt
Definitely.
compared to Mario Kart Wii 32.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess my second choice would also be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I feel like, same reasons. Like, you'd get a lot more enjoyment out of it. Even if there's no internet, you're still gonna... I mean, most likely there's not going to be. But, like... but, like, I don't know, I feel like you just get a lot more enjoyment out of 8 Deluxe, I feel like.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Long term, anyway.
So, you should talk to Mara about that. She's got fun opinions on this one.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
On the Wii vs 8 Deluxe topic.
I'd love to hear her opinions. I'll get her on the podcast at some point. I know she's down for it. Okay, what would your second game be?
Okay, so I decided to not think ahead and just think in the moment. So I've got to think about this. So I feel like I need a single player game, right?
Right.
So something I can go through a million times. So the question for me becomes: do I pick something like Mario Galaxy, which isn't? It's my favorite game of all time. Right. And it's infinitely replayable. Like at any point, I could load up All Stars, play Round of Mario Galaxy, and be happy, right? But it's not a great speed game to me. and that's literally my only flaw I have with Galaxy is that it's not a good speed game,
Yeah,
which isn't
it's
fair
very
to
slow.
the developers because they, why would it be a speed game? It's released on the Wii in 2007.
Exactly.
But
It's an awesome game, but yeah, it is quite slow
it's
at
just
times.
it's too long, and the
Yeah.
movement isn't good for speed games. It's just long jumping.
Yeah.
There's some cool tricks in there, but it's not like Sunshine. Because
That's
that I
fair.
think it would be between those two. Because Sunshine, the actual like playing the game properly is a lot worse. But I love the speedruns for Sunshine
Yeah, I get that.
because I
Definitely.
love all the skips in Sunshine. Like Gelato Beach skip, like Ferris wheel skip, just all the skips in Sunshine. I feel like could last me like forever.
Yeah, I mean, I know nothing about Sunshine speedrunning. I just know there's some crazy stuff in there.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy this. I'm a big fan of speedrunning, so I feel like if I wanted a game to have forever, I'd want it to be like speedrunnable, you know? So that becomes my selection, right? Do I pick Sunshine for? I mean, the easy pick is pick All Stars. Oh, I get all of them. Oh, great! But we're gonna go no compilations as
Yeah,
per
I was
Scuttlebutt rules.
I was assuming that.
Yeah. So the question becomes: do I pick Galaxy for the better game overall and my favorite game, or Sunshine for the speedrunning? And I think I'm going to go with Galaxy because I'm going to get a speed game in there later. It's going to be
Okay.
my pick for now. So I'm
Okay.
going to go with favorite game of all time, Crazy. I think that'd be my second pick because I know at any point I can just play that forever and that'd be fine.
That's fair. No, I get that. Okay. So far I've got Animal Crossing, New Horizons, and Mario Kart Deluxe. You've got Mario Kart Deluxe and Mario Galaxy. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
For me, my third one, like you said, single player. Also something to practice speedrunning on.
Okay.
Obviously, lately I've been playing a lot of GTA 5, and that's a
Yep.
long game. You can get many hours in that game, and
Yeah,
there's a
GTA
lot
5
to
is a
do.
very good pick.
It's a
Yes,
very
'cause
good game,
open
very
world.
big game. GTA 5 would be awesome. If I knew more about speedrunning Red Dead 2, that would also be on there, but it's not.
Well, I don't know what the speedrun's like for Red Dead. I have like an idea of what a GTA speedrun's like, but I have no idea for Red Dead.
Yeah, GTA speedruns are all over the place. I don't know much. I saw a speedrun for Red Dead 2 like a year ago, but
Oh, right.
not that much. It's a really good single player game, though. The story is amazing.
Yes, yeah.
There's so much detail in the game. It's such a good game, but I don't know. I don't feel like I can replay it that many times because it is a very long game.
Yes, yeah.
It goes on for a long time, but the story is amazing. But no, I wouldn't go for that. I'd go for GTA 5.
Yep, a very good pick. I feel like it'd be a common pick as well, probably for the online component, but I know you don't like that.
Oh yeah, the online for that game sucks.
Yeah, which is really funny because it's like universally enjoyed, but I'm not going to question it because I haven't even played the game. So, but yeah, GTA is a good pick because it's also like an open world as well. So it's just like
Open world,
just
there's a lot
pitting
to it.
about. I bet it's fun as well.
Definitely.
Even yeah, I need to get around to playing it. There you
It's
go. Another
very
one from
good.
earlier. GTA 5 figure. Crazy. They
Get
all
on
feed into each other. Comes back.
Okay, what's your third game?
Okay, so the issue is I'm thinking Mario Party, but I've gone for 2 Mario games already. I'm trying to think outside. It's very small.
If it's not Mario,
Yeah, if it's not Mario. Right, I've got to actually look at what games I own now. It's actually Sonic Generations, easy actually.
oh, okay.
Because I mentioned earlier how I just find the levels infinitely replayable, and I said I was going to cover the speed game aspect. That perfect. I could just play. There's not many levels in it, and we're going to discount mods just because otherwise Mario Kart we would have a billion, everything.
Okay,
But the levels that are there are just infinitely replayable to me,
I get that.
and it's also got loads of music in it. It's got loads of like old Sonic music. Well, not old Sonic music, but like
From what I've played, yeah, there's a lot of music.
it's
and
got
really
loads
good.
of music in it. And if I've got nothing else on this desert island, I can listen to the music in that game. There you go. That's something. But yeah, it's a short game, but the levels I can just play them forever. It's between that and Frontiers for me, which is the latest one. It's like the open world one,
Yeah, okay.
which I nearly have the same amount of hours in as Generations, and it hasn't been out for as long, obviously. But I think in Generations is just more replayable. I think. To
That's
me.
fair.
And I love speedrunning the levels so much that I think I could play it for a very long time. And it's not Mario, so yeah.
It's not Mario, so yeah, it works. I don't know, from what
Yeah.
I've played, it is a very good game, but yeah, I do want to get back into that. Okay, so Sonic Generations, Mario Kart Deluxe, and
Mario Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy, yes. So those are yours.
Yep.
And mine being Animal Crossing New Horizons, GTA 5, and Mario Kart Deluxe.
Yes.
Interesting. So it's 5, you said, right?
Yeah, I said 5. We
Okay.
could do less if you want.
I'm just trying to think of what else I would pick, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just I feel like more single player experiences, because
Yes, yeah.
I'm
You
assuming
want
in this
more than one to
situation,
bounce
yeah,
towards.
definitely more than one. And I feel like I'm a bit biased towards this because it's a new game, but Tears of the Kingdom, because there's so much you can do in that game.
Yeah, I was expecting you to say Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, and Tears of the Kingdom is just better Breath of the Wild, so.
Much better. I'd say Tears of the Kingdom would be a safe choice.
Yes. Yeah,
Then
it
again,
is.
I've had no time to prepare for this question, mind. So, but I don't know. I feel like Tears of the Kingdom. It's a long game. You can get many hours in it before you even finish the game. There's a lot to do. The puzzles are awesome in that game.
Yes, yeah.
The physics are fun to play around with as well.
And you can like ask for help using like the build system, you know?
Yeah,
Build like a giant SOS in the game and then put your Switch up to the sky. It's perfect.
exactly. I don't know. Just Tears of the Kingdom. It's really good. I feel like it's a safe bet. That would be a safe one to have.
Definitely. Like that physics system combined with the abilities would just you could do stuff forever with that.
Yeah, really, you can come up with so many things. It's really fun. What about you?
So I was also thinking Tears of the Kingdom, but I haven't played enough of it to definitively put it on there yet because I haven't finished the game.
Okay.
So in terms of single player, I think I need another one of them. Just bounce between that and Galaxy, right? If I look at my wall, I think, what have I got over here? Okay. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just go back to Mario Party. I got one that wasn't Mario. Yeah, I picked Mario Party. The question is which one?
Oh,
Because once again, these are games I can play on my own. Like I'm one of the only person who can get solo enjoyment out of Mario Party because I love just stomping on the CPUs.
so which one would you want to play?
Because I'm tempted to pick 6 or 7, which I haven't played, but they look really good. But out of the ones I've played, I think I'd have to pick Superstars. Because even though there's like a low amount of boards, it's got online, and apparently this island has online, so you know that lasts me a long enough time.
They have online, but no way to contact the outside world except from playing Mario Party.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think it'd be Superstars, but I'd also be tempted to pick one of the GameCube ones just because they're really good.
Okay.
But if there's other people on this island as well, we need another multiplayer experience day in Mario Kart. Mario Party is a good way to shake that up. I think with my last one, I'll pick something else.
Okay.
So,
So Mario Party Superstars, not a bad choice. It sounds like a really fun game. I'm still yet to play it, but I've heard it's really, really good. I'm just trying to think about like what would be another infinitely replayable game, and would maybe also fit like a multiplayer criteria. Maybe.
yes, yeah.
I'm assuming in this case I'm on my own, which is
Yeah,
most likely
I mean,
for me. Just trying to think what would be fitting just in case there's someone with me. I mean, there's Mario Kart, which I've already said, but
Yeah.
oh, it's tricky thinking of a fifth game because
Yeah,
there isn't.
I think
like
I think I've got one for my fifth.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, go on.
That's if you want to go first.
Oh yeah, no. Oh okay. I think Portal 2 then.
Oh, Portal 2. Oh, that's a really good one.
I replayed that again, and I still enjoyed it almost as much as I enjoyed it the first time. And once again, if we have online, then we have billions of community levels that aren't technically mods, but they're allowed.
That is very true.
And then I might have to go back and change Mario Party. Now, and hear me out. If this is heavily dependent on online,
Right.
but maybe sort of Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's constantly updated, right? And I could play it, you know, if we have online play, then I could play with my friends on the desert island. Because they're just over there. Yeah.
Constantly
But
updated.
without
keeps the game
online, I'd
fresh.
stick to Superstars. But
Yeah. Okay.
I think Fortnite would be good. Because I could just, even though I don't really enjoy it, I feel like if I had to, I could.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that entirely. I feel like... Yeah, I
And
feel
obviously,
like
if we allowed Minecraft, then, you know, Minecraft would be there. But
Definitely. But no, yeah, I do agree with Portal 2 because it has its whole like single player aspect.
Yep.
The story's really good, single player, but there's also a co-op mode, and you have custom levels for both.
Yep.
Mostly single player, but also there's some for both.
Yeah.
So you're good either way.
Yeah,
Portal 2 is a really safe choice. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And once again, speed game.
Yeah, speed game as well. Speedrunning Portal is insane.
Yeah, I know the first one's proper crazy. I haven't looked at
the first one is broken.
Much.
The second one isn't as broken, but the first
Source engine is just beautiful.
Yeah, the first one's completely broken, but the second one's not so much.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that is a game I could just come back to time and time again.
Yeah, I get that. It is really cool. I do want to replay it at some point. I know Acing played through it recently.
Yeah, that's what inspired me to play through it again.
I wanted to replay it. I just ended up playing like an hour of what's the mod called? Portal Reloaded. It's a really cool mod. It's a really cool mod.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, that's true. Actually, you were. Okay, so what have we got? I've got Animal Crossing: New Horizons, Mario Kart Deluxe, GTA 5, Tears of the Kingdom, and Portals 2.
Yep.
What did you go for? You went for
Mario Kart Deluxe, Super Mario Galaxy, Superstars / Fortnite, which excellent combo. Portal 2, and I swear, what was my other one?
There was another one.
There was another one. I already said it. Generations, Sonic Generations.
Sonic Generations. Yes, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I could play that forever. Yeah. I'm happy with my choices.
That's fair. I don't know. Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice question too. That was a very long one. Wow.
I have a feeling we've been on that for a bit.
We have. There's meant to be 4 game questions. We've done 2 of them, and it's taken us half an hour. But I don't mind that. I don't mind. I've got all the time in the world.
Yeah, I have as well. So we're all good. Right, your next one whenever you're ready.
Okay. Which I guess is very similar to my other game question.
All right.
But I think we might have already answered this before. But are there any games you want to finish but haven't?
Okay, yeah. Tears of the Kingdom. I mentioned that earlier. So get that out of the way. What else? Super Paper Mario.
Oh.
Which is one I know you're going to react to.
Have you never finished it?
I didn't finish it. I went back. So initially I played it on stream, right? I didn't get too far. And then I stopped for a bit. And then I went back through, got through quite a big chunk of it. And then I'm stuck on the space level.
The space level?
I'm in space currently. And I feel like there should be an exit somewhere, but I can't find an exit.
You're on the space level?
I'm in space, yeah.
You're not even halfway in.
Jesus Christ. I thought it was on like chapter 4 or whatever. Chapter 5.
Yeah, there's 8 chapters.
Yeah, so about halfway, give or take. Well, it's a long game. It's a long game.
It's a really good game. It's a very good game. It does take a while to be fair, but it's a good game. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just I do want to get around and finish it eventually because like I want to get through the whole Paper Mario series because once I finish that, the only one I've got left is Color Splash, and then I've played the entire series.
Damn. Okay.
But I struggle to go back to it because I just feel like I don't know where to go, and even then, like I don't enjoy the gameplay as much as 1000 Year Door 64 or Origami King. Like it's better than Sticker Star, but honestly, Sticker Star is more replayable currently to me.
That's fair. I don't know. I
feel like easier to just. It's like Sticker Star is a bit of a guilty pleasure to me, to be honest, because I played it when I was younger, so I'm quite nostalgic for some of it.
That's fair.
I know it wasn't great back then, but
I played it when it came out, but I didn't play much of it. Yeah. But that's fair. I don't know. Like I'm split with the Paper Mario series. I'm just in general, I don't like turn-based combat in games.
No, yeah, neither do I.
I don't.
Paper Mario is the exception because it's more active. That literally pressing the button after the action commands save it for me. If it didn't have actions commands, I wouldn't play it.
That's fair. I don't know. I feel like I still just can't get into it.
No, that's fair enough.
It's the same reason. It's the same reason I don't like Pokemon. It's the same reason I've only played one Mario and Luigi game.
I need to get around to the Mario and Luigi series. Actually, that's another one. I haven't played any of them, but I really enjoyed Paper Mario, so I've tried a couple of them,
but I don't know. I've only beat Bowser's Inside Story, and I somehow done it. I find the game quite cool. I didn't really enjoy the battles and stuff. I just don't like that in games.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think acing's the same way as you, whereas like just anything turn-based turns me off.
Yeah,
Like
it's
with
just,
Pokemon for me, the main games honestly aren't great, but I love competitive Pokemon.
it's fair.
But I couldn't tell you why, but I really, really enjoy competitive Pokemon right now. Like, I'm going to go on a mini rant here, but I was in a draft league for Pokemon recently, which is... do you know what draft is? It's just like a format in general.
No, I have no idea.
Okay, so basically, in sport, it's a sport thing, right? So you pick people from a list, right? And then you got to go up against others. So in Pokemon, right, you pick Pokemon from a giant list with all these different like points, and you get a certain amount of points. And so you pick them, and you got to battle people each week. But the difference is like with regular Pokemon battles, right? You have your own team, and then you get randomly put against a team. You don't know what's going to be on it.
Right.
The difference with drafts is right because everyone's picked their team in advance. You know exactly what team you're going to be facing.
Okay.
So you get to prep in advance for what you think they're going to bring in terms of like sets, right?
Okay.
So it becomes a really fun format in terms of figuring out what your opponent's going to bring to try and beat you and how you can counter that. And it just becomes like, it's very strategic and it's just, I really, really enjoyed it. It was my first one and I did it with Lily helped me to test like certain stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I just found it really fun. Cause like,
No, it doesn't sound that bad.
yeah, there's a group stage, so there's 9 games and then like top 4 in your subdivision, there were 10 per subdivision, got through. And I absolutely smashed the group stage, won 8 out of 9 battles.
Oh wow! Okay.
For my first draft league, and it's just I was riding really high, and it was really really fun. Basically,
That's
mini
fair.
rant over. But
I know. I feel like
the actual games of Pokemon are quite mid, but they're fine to go back to sometimes.
yeah, that's fair. I don't know. It doesn't sound that bad. Like having to like think about more about it. I don't know. It sounds cool.
Yeah. I feel like more people can get into competitive Pokemon than the actual games.
That's fair. I don't know. I can't get into battles every 30 seconds. So maybe.
No,
I do get
that's
where you're coming
completely
from.
justified. That's completely justified.
You walk 5 steps and you have to jump into a battle. It just, I don't know, it gets really
yeah.
boring very quickly. For me, anyway.
I don't blame you in the slightest.
Okay, so back to the question. So, games I've wanted to finish but haven't. Any old Zelda game.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Skyward Sword's on my list. I barely got anywhere in that.
I reluctantly got through Skyward Sword. I found like the story really good, the music was really good, but the gameplay was so boring. I don't know how I managed to finish it.
I just got stuck again.
I don't know, I just found the gameplay and the controls just really awkward.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was the game, the story was really good. I loved that. The music was awesome. It was really good.
I love the music for Skyward Sword.
The music was awesome.
I bought it used from a sex, right? And it said like on the label does not come with the sound disc. And then when the person got it, she was just like, "Oh, the disc is here, so I'll just throw it in there for you, so you can just have it as a freebie." So I've got like the soundtrack disc.
Oh, that's cool.
Which, yeah, it's got like 9 set songs on it, but it's got like it's got the main theme, which is like.
Oh, the main theme is really good. Yeah,
So
the music
good.
is really good. The story is probably my favorite Zelda in terms of story.
Yeah,
but it's really good. I like that. But like the gameplay is just lacking a bit. But no,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so it's like the N64 ones. So I can't play through Ocarina or Majora's Mask. I really can't.
Oh right.
I think
Is it just like the controls or something like that? that push you off?
controls. The fact it's an N64 game.
Yep. So just presentation in general, basically.
Presentation, controls, just absolutely
that's fair enough.
like by today's standards, unplayable frame rates. Which doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah, if you're playing a PAL version, you're playing at 24 frames.
Yeah. Like it's not great. I don't know, like if they were to remake it, fine. I know there's a 3DS version. I
was going to say, have you played the ones on 3DS? Because I've heard good things about them.
Yeah, I do actually want to try the 3DS versions because I feel like that might be a good way to play it.
I think
I've
that
heard
would
they're not
help
very
you.
good, but even if they're not very good, as long as they're easier to control, I don't care.
I think it's just people complaining. I think from what I've actually heard from like not the general populace, just individual people, it's good.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
That's fair. I don't know, I feel like it might be
I'd say
a
it's
good way to
worth
try
it,
it.
yeah.
But there's just those. But even like it's not even just the N64 games. It's, Twilight Princess. I can't buy it. I can't.
I hate the art style for that.
I hate the art style. I really
the
can't.
the murky grey thing puts me off games massively. There's any game that is like that dark, murky, like 360 Xbox 360 era, just smudge everywhere. Massive.
I think it's just the fact they tried to go for like a realistic art style, and it just doesn't work when your game's on the fucking Wii.
Yeah, they went for it too early. Like if they did it next console, it looked really good. I'm sure it would, but they went for it in the realism time, which was great at the time because that's what people wanted at the time. But going back, it just like compared to Wind Waker, and you wouldn't think Wind Waker.
Yeah, Wind Waker. 4
years before.
Yeah, Wind Waker was my first Zelda, and I love Wind Waker. I can play that a bunch of times. I've played through it like twice, but like Wind Waker's amazing.
Yeah, and, like, I think that's the next one I want to try in terms of Zelda games.
Yeah, Wind Waker, it has good controls. The art style still holds up to this day. It looks really nice. The music's really good. It's fun. If you're playing the GameCube version, there's that really fucking annoying thing with the Triforce shard stuff. So play the Wii U version.
See, I want to get the Wii U version, but I don't want to set up my Wii U, so I'm going to wait for them to port it to Switch or Switch 2.
That's fair. I don't know.
It's going to happen.
The games are pretty much the same, like gameplay wise. There's a lot of tweaks on the Wii U version, and there's a whole like quest near the end of the game, which they've completely made so much better on the Wii U.
Yeah, I know there's like small improvements and stuff like that from what I've seen when I looked into it.
I mean, there's the huge improvement. It's like you have to find some things. I'm not going to say what. It's a 20-year-old game, if not longer. But like
it's like parts of
still,
trials or whatever.
Yeah, you have to like find these things. And on the GameCube version, you have to find maps that take you to find those things first.
Oh, I see.
So you have to find all of the maps, then the things. But on the Wii U version, you just directly find those things. Much easier. But no, like Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, I want to play them. I want to experience them, but I can't. I really can't. Like Twilight Princess. I hate the art style.
Yep.
I don't like it. I can't play it.
Yeah, no. The art style alone puts me off from that one. I saw it in Sex one day for like £5. I was like, oh, that's such a good deal. I just don't want to play it.
It was the first Zelda game I actually bought. I've had it on my shelf for about 6 years.
Yep.
I can't play it. I bought Twilight Princess before I bought Wind Waker.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
And you just didn't play it.
I didn't want to. It just didn't look fun.
No,
I saw it as a Zelda game. It was really cheap. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll play that at some point. I never played it.
Yep.
Until
I
like
completely
a
agree.
couple years ago.
I completely agree. I completely agree.
I know it's just all over the place. But so yeah, I wrote down Zeldas, but I also wrote down one other game. And this, I'm going to finish this game at some point. I know I will.
Okay. I like how definitive that is.
Hollow Knight.
Oh yeah, that's one I need to finish. Every time I do something, I just get stuck, and then I come back to it in like 3 months. It's like, oh, there is a way to go. But I feel like I'm proper stuck now.
That's fair. It's fun. A little nitpick. I hate how I have to run back to where I died every time I die.
Hate that. Absolute ruins the game for me.
Yeah, that
absolute.
I've tried 2 different playthroughs of Hollow Knight. Both times,
I don't want to lose all my money. I don't want to lose my money. Just send me back. It's fine. I'd rather lose half an hour than lose all my money. That's fine.
I'm pretty sure, like, when I last streamed it, Lily or someone else was like telling me there's a thing I can get that tells me where the benches are to save my game, but like I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to find this thing.
I can find all the things, but it still just absolutely sucks to. Yeah, I love everything else about that game. But I can't.
Yeah, the music's amazing. The art style is incredible. I love
that
the
and
art
the map
style.
system. I struggled with the map system for a long time, where you had to find the guy just because I missed him every time. Once I actually went back and found him, it was fine. I just missed him for like 3 errors in a row, and I had no map, and it just. Oh.
That's fair.
I'm pretty good with sense of direction, but I'm worse in 2D games than I am in 3D.
Yeah.
I'm much better at visualizing where I am in a 3D game and like retracing my steps, but in 2D I just struggle sometimes.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that entirely. But no, I do want to get around to Hollow Knight at some point. It's just I need to just face the fact that I've got to backtrack 5 kilometers every time I die. It's really tedious. Yes, and that is the thing that kills it for me. But like other than that, the game looks really nice. It sounds really cool. It's not bad to play.
Soundtrack's really good.
Whenever
I get to a boss, I really enjoy the bosses.
Yeah, the bosses are cool.
It's very similar to Metroid in that, but with the bosses, because obviously it's a Metroidvania. So I really enjoy them. But overall, as a game, I just prefer Dread massively as a Metroidvania.
That's fair.
Sorry, Lily.
I don't know. Hollow Knight, I do want to. I'm going to get into it at some point. I know I will finish it. I'm not going to just not finish it. I'm going to try it. I just need to just pick it up.
Buy Silk Song
actually
when it eventually doesn't release, but
that's fair. Okay. Is there anything else for you, game wise?
As in games I want to finish is the question, right?
Yeah.
There definitely is some. I'm like, I need to get around to finishing that. I'm looking at my shelf. Actually, I'm not doing too bad. I thought I was doing a lot worse. I'm not doing too bad.
Honestly, the number of games I've got on my shelf that I haven't even played.
I think on PC I'm worse.
Oh, yeah, same.
Dicey Dungeons. There's a lot in that I haven't got to, but actually because facing the luck, that's quite fun. I've not done too bad actually. I thought I'd done a lot worse.
Damn.
I guess the other one would be, it's kind of like a half answer, but Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. I'm like right near the end of it.
I actually want to get that game.
I'm stuck on. It's good.
I've never.
I enjoy it.
It sounds cool. I want to play it. I just haven't.
Try the demo. Yet. If you enjoy that, you'll.
Oh yeah, there's a demo, isn't there? Damn.
Yeah.
I might have to try that at some point then.
And in terms of games I want to buy, is like Pikmin 1 plus 2 and 3.
Oh, that's fair.
I want to go through the entirety of Pikmin, basically.
There are so many games I want to give a proper shot. Like, I bought Pikmin 1 on the Wii many years ago. It wasn't bad. I just didn't play for very long.
Yeah.
I do want to like give Pikmin like a proper like.
I really enjoyed the Pikmin 4 demo. And
I've heard that was really good. I know Sean got the demo and he was like obsessing over it for ages.
Yeah. I've beat it twice and I just want to play the game.
That's fair.
Luckily, all the cutscenes are skippable because if the cutscenes were unskippable, it'd be so much worse. But luckily, they are, so it's all good.
Unskippable cutscenes are the worst when you're trying to run through a game. But yeah, that's fair. Okay. We'll move on to the next question, which I think is yours.
Yes, it is. We should be nearly out of the gaming area.
Yeah, this is the last one for the gaming questions.
This one should be a shorter one because there's a good chance you don't even have an answer.
Okay.
But what is a game where you love the soundtrack but hate the game / have never played the game?
Ooh. So a game that I either have never played or don't like, but I like the soundtrack. Yes. I definitely have games that fit that criteria. I'm just trying to think of which ones they are. Because I've definitely said that before about a handful of games.
Yep. It's a thing where I was like, oh, I bet there's some fun answers to this.
One thing that immediately comes to mind is Splatoon. I don't hate it, and I have played it. But I don't love it. I can...
Hate is a strong word. It's just, games where you massively enjoy the soundtrack over the actual game.
Definitely. Like, I don't dislike Splatoon. I do enjoy it when I actually get into it. I can't play it for very long. It's just not really my thing. But the soundtrack is really good. Really, really good. Yes. I love the soundtrack.
Yeah. Piss gargling all the way.
Piss gargling 100%, but it sounds really good.
No, it's good piss gargling, I have to say. It
is good piss gargling. It's piss gargling if you've ever seen it. Makes no sense. Anyway, but no, what's your answer? I need to think about what fits mine.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, damn, okay.
The music for those games, absolutely beautiful. Whenever I hear it in videos, whenever I hear it in like Smash or whatever, they're just absolutely incredible. But there are games I don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole. Like, I look at one screenshot of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with like all the shit on screen and all the different moves and just the muddiness, even though it's not that muddy, it's better than Pokemon, but it's just, I look at it and I don't want to play in the slides, but the music's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. But it's a game I never want to play.
That is fair.
And, well, I won't enjoy if I do play it properly. But music's absolutely astounding.
I get that. Okay. Another game came to mind. So in general, Pokemon.
Yes, yeah.
Can't play it, don't really like it that much, but the soundtracks are really good from what I've heard.
Yeah, Pokemon music is really, really good.
It's really good. I'm trying to think of more. There's definitely more. I've said, oh, the game's not that good. It's not really my thing, but I love the soundtrack. I've said that about so many games. I'm just trying to think about which ones, really. Like they've all like left my mind. But I've definitely said
you'll
it
kick
many
yourself
times.
later. You'll
Oh,
kick yourself later.
definitely. If, like, whilst editing, I think of more, I'm going to just throw them up on the screen. But I'm sure there are more. There are definitely more. Are there any more for you?
Xenoblade was the big one that came to my mind immediately.
Yeah.
Because when I think of when I like music, it's usually because I have some sort of like connection to it. I can like envision it in some sort of like almost like an action sequence, sort of like something like that. Like one of the reasons I like Xenoblade Chronicles is because it's used a lot in a lot of videos over like gameplay and stuff like that. So that's how I enjoy it. But in terms of that, there's not many others because a lot of the soundtracks I listen to are mainly from games I've played naturally.
Yeah,
but,
I get that.
I guess old Pokemon games because I don't really enjoy them, but the soundtracks are really good.
Yeah. I know Pokemon games have just nice soundtracks, so I do really get that. I haven't heard like much of the Xenoblade soundtracks. I don't think so.
I've heard it in like just videos, and when someone asks what game it's from, they say Xenoblade. I was like, oh, that's from Xenoblade. I really enjoyed that. Oh, nice. You've probably heard a lot of the tracks before, and you've enjoyed them, but you just don't know it's from Xenoblade.
It's probably like with Undertale, where like you can't go anywhere without hearing Undertale music these days.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I've got one other potential answer came to my mind, which is shit Sonic games usually still have banger soundtracks, right? So Sonic 06 has a banger soundtrack, awful game. Sonic Forces, mid as hell game, still has a good soundtrack. What else? Yeah, mainly those two, I guess. But yeah,
I mean, I'd also say Sonic just in general. Like, I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but I'm also not a Sonic hater. I'm very neutral with Sonic. I always have been.
Yeah.
But
I was neutral until like 2021, and then I played Sonic Generations, and I've basically gone through the whole series in 2 years and really enjoyed it.
Well, let's see if me playing through that will change anything, because I've played a bit of it and it wasn't that bad.
It was the first. I got the demo for that one on Steam, right? Because I saw videos of it back in the day, and I was like, oh, that's the game that I've seen. And the music from it was used in Korn. You remember Korn? Korn's music pack for Mario Kart Wii. So I recognized the music, which I really enjoyed from the music pack, and I was like, oh, that's where it's from. Oh, that's sick. And then I just replayed the demo over and over again. And obviously, to enjoy Sonic games, you replay them, right? And because I was already familiar with the controls going in from the demo, the first playthrough was just absolutely beautiful. Because like I had a bunch of new stages where I was already familiar with the controls to someone who would be replaying it. Yeah. So it's just
that sounds actually really nice. Very familiar with the game.
My big advice for you is just go back to the first stage and just play it over and over again. There's tons of like little strats.
Yeah, I think I did do that. I don't remember doing that many levels when I did play it. I know I did replay things quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I'd done. It was like 2 years ago now, but
yeah.
I know I did.
If you do give it a shot, just replay levels is my big thing for it, and like, I really enjoyed it.
Okay, so we're done with the gaming questions.
Yeah, well done us.
Damn,
it's been quite a while.
It felt like it was a while, but like this. So about as far as we are in, I can't talk. I can't talk. We're about an hour, 10 minutes, a little bit longer in.
Oh yeah,
and for most episodes, this is where we would be right now, the personal questions. But we were very quick over the debate ones.
Yes, yeah.
So it's just balanced out with the longer gaming ones. So the personal questions that I have, there's one which is a little personal. There's just something I just want to hear you ramble a bit. And there's one which is very random, very unusual of a question. But I want to hear what you would say because it's such a random thing to ask.
Okay.
And then you also have a question too.
I do, yes.
So my first one, it's not really a question. You said before that like every now and then you go swimming and stuff.
Yes.
Just what is it that like you do when you go swimming? It's just a random one. Just a random one.
Okay, so I do competitive.
Okay.
Which is, think of the Olympics, think of like that. Right? So there's events for that. I don't really go to the events. But when I go to the actual training, it is basically just lengths, right? Because like my warm-up would be like 400 meters, which would be, do some quick maths here, 16 lengths.
Right.
So it starts off like that. But there are other things that you do, right? So like, you know swimming strokes, right? I assume you do.
Yeah.
Like, think front crawl, right? We do stuff called like drill and stuff like that, which is basically variants of it to train different parts of the stroke
Okay.
to like make it more technically, better or whatever. So
Right.
there's like a catch up, which is like, two hands in. Picture your two hands in front. You keep one hand in front. You do one arm, and then you start with the other arm
Right.
when you're going like that. So it's basically like it's training, right?
Okay.
So there are a lot of just swimming back and forth, which is I assume what you were picturing.
I was
And
picturing
it's
that.
yeah, there is quite a bit of that.
I didn't know it was a competitive thing. I know you were
Yes,
in like
yeah.
some kind of group or something. I don't know. I wasn't really
Oh,
around.
yeah, that's fair enough.
I wasn't really around when you were rambling. I know that you go swimming every now and then. That's all I already knew.
Yeah, it's a few times a week.
It's like a
before-
competitive
well, we've broken
thing
up for
then.
summer.
So
Yes,
how
yeah,
long
it
have you
is.
been doing that then?
Oh, years at this point. Since I was like 11, 12 maybe.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Been a while then.
Yeah. Because before that I did the usual. Actually, probably earlier than that. Actually, I don't remember. Anyway, I was doing stage swimming before that, obviously, and I swept through that. Like, I was stuck in like this is we're talking proper young at this point, but I was stuck in stage 4 for like a while. But
Right.
once I got past that one, I just went like from 4 to like 8, 9 in like a year, which is incredibly quick.
Sounds quite quick. So what are these stages? Like, what's the difference between each one?
This isn't competitive. This is just like
Just in general.
normal swimming
Okay.
lessons. Yeah.
Okay. You
So
can tell
it's
I
just-
don't know these things.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Most people do it. I don't know countrywide, but it's just like a normal thing. So it's just like one is like, there's people in the water with you. Picture like 3-year-olds.
Okay.
That's how far back we're talking, and
Oh,
then
so
it just
it's like
builds up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's swimming lessons at that point. So it's just
Alright.
teaching you how to swim, and then it just get built up over time.
Yeah.
And then we had a pool at my primary school, right? It was only a small one, but when we did swimming there, we had it was a massive primary school, right? So we had multiple groups,
Right.
and I was in the top group for that, right? And in like year 3, there was like a swimming competition that I got picked for,
Okay.
and then just since then, really, I've just been doing like competitive swimming on and off.
It's been a while,
Yeah,
man.
right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
'cause I'm just an extremely competitive person, and I can.
Yeah.
Thanks for the agreement.
If Mario
but-
Kart is anything to go by, yes, you're very competitive.
Yes. So, and it's like Mario Kart because I want to win. I can push myself to do it. Right. I can push my own body further than it would be possible otherwise.
Right.
Because like I'm like I've been going to the gym recently, right? And I've been doing quite decent. I won't go into specifics because no one here would understand. But I barely do myself. So, but basically, I go with my friends, right? And there was this one machine where we were all on it, right?
Right.
And so one of my friends goes up first. He does like 12 like reps, which is doing the motion. And he says, "Oh, I bet you guys can't beat that." So next guy steps up, gets 14,
Right.
and everyone considers that's pretty good. And then I step up. I go, "Yep, no, I'm gonna beat this." At this point, like we're all very similar skill level. There's one guy who's like a lot stronger than us. We're gonna get to that. Anyway, so I get like 15. I just edge him out, right?
Right.
And then the much stronger guy comes over and he's like, "Oh, are you guys doing a competition?" We were like, "Oh no, don't join. You're just gonna win." And he joins. He gets 20, right? Which is obviously a massive jump up.
Much better. Okay.
So then I step up. I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. So I just absolutely kill myself, and I get 22. I get 22,
Oh wow.
and I just like, I pop off so hard. I'm just like, yes.
Very competitive. Just to do
Very
the most.
competitive. Because like what I was doing without competitive was like 10, 12. But I could just because I wanted to beat him so badly. I just basically nearly doubled what I was doing.
I get that.
Yeah. And so he was like, oh, he tries to do it again, and he just gives up around like the 10, 12 mark. We're all just exhausted at that part at this point.
Oh god.
And I was just like, yeah. Because he is stronger than me. He is. If he went further on the 21, he would have beat me. But just because of how the sheer competitive nature of me, I can push myself to beat him.
Yeah. That is impressive. Like I know like some people like they do require like a competitive side in order to like push themselves a lot further.
Yeah.
I guess you're like that. But like
Yeah.
damn.
To to put it in other perspective, on Tato these last few days, right?
Yeah.
Bubble has basically been keeping me playing this server because they just keep doing exactly what I'm doing. So I've just I have to keep going back and up myself, you know? So thanks, Bubble.
For context, Tito is the Minecraft server that we run.
Yes.
And I do see. Yeah, Bubble has been really grinding it out, and I guess so have you. You've been like You've both been grinding it out to see who can like do the most.
Luckily, I'm winning so far. I'm the richest. Let's go.
God,
I think
like
unless Zeph's somehow hiding like 50, unless Zeph's somehow hiding like 56 diamond blocks somewhere, I think I'm good.
Honestly, the difference in playtime too, like.
Yeah, they played a lot earlier. I didn't play much early on until the end was released, and I've just grinded the last few days.
Yeah, it even shows that. Like, Bubble is at 8 days, you're at 3 days.
Yeah. I've also become very efficient at Minecraft as of now, because I've done this so many times at this point. Cause,
I bet.
Did it in Season 1, that was very rough, but the most fun, because the first time doing it. Did it in Season 2, did it in Test, did it in 3.
Even it's just going off just Tato alone, like... So Tato, the Minecraft server we run. I've been doing this for about 4 years now. Over 4 years.
Jesus.
And we're on the 4th season. So there was season 1, 2, 3, and 4, but there's also 2 test seasons.
Yes.
Which would essentially functionally like mini seasons. So we've pretty much had 4 main ones, 2 small ones. We've had a modded one. We've had some other challenge ones thrown in there.
Yeah, we've done a lot.
We've done a lot of different things over those 4 years, but damn. We've done this many times. This isn't new.
We have.
I'm going to try avoid... I typically avoid talking about Tato too much on the podcast. I don't really know why I do it. Because like everyone...
You're worried about it coming across as a Minecraft pod, which I don't blame you. But with this deep in at this point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I have the big disclaimer at the start saying, it's not a Minecraft podcast, just so any new people... They're not going to think, we're just going to talk about Minecraft, which we're not.
I agree completely, but that's good. But we can still refer to Minecraft.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I do want to do a podcast episode at some point where I just talk to all the mods, or as many of them who want to. I know Blaz doesn't like talking very much. Zeph doesn't talk. Yeah, Lion. We were on for the 3rd time. I'm sure Acing would love it again.
Oh yeah, he'd love it. He'd waffle on for ages. He's almost as bad as me. Hence form the Cult Week podcast.
But no, just like having an episode where we would have Blaz and Zeph like talk, just typing. I don't know. Like I've been thinking about how an episode with Zeph and Benji would work, because I know they're both down to do an episode, but like because they don't talk, they only type. I feel like
the scribe idea would be really fun.
Yeah, just having like someone like sitting on a chair behind us, just like reading out everything they say. We never acknowledge the person. It'd be really funny. Or maybe this person can just be like sat behind the camera or something. I don't know. Yeah. Just having someone just reading out everything they say. Probably Lion. I mean, Lion's really funny. But we'll see. It would be funny. It'd be really funny. But like, I want to do some like silly ones. Maybe at some point. Like, I don't know if Lily's actually down to be on the podcast. I think she is. But if she ever is at one point, like I can like bring her back for another one with you and Acing.
Oh god!
Because you three are like
the trio.
You 3 are the chaotic trio, and that would be hilarious to see.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
But yeah, I don't want to do any of those yet. I want to just get out as many people as possible.
Get through the one-on-ones first.
Like, I want to do as many one-on-ones, and then maybe I was thinking like maybe every 5 episodes can be a silly one or something like that. But we'll see how it goes. I just want to crank out these one-on-ones, and we can just go from there. But it's going really fun so far. Anyway, so what's your personal question, or just in general?
So, I'm looking up in RDMs. That's the wrong one. What is the craziest shit that ever went down, either in your school / like in the area that you live or lived?
Oh, okay.
What's the absolute maddest thing that ever happened?
So the craziest thing that happened in our school. I'm assuming you have an answer to this. For yours.
I do.
Okay, if you want to go first. I have a couple things that come to mind, but I'm trying to think of something that's funny as opposed to yikes.
Yeah, it's hard to narrow it down. I don't blame you.
I need Blaz here for this.
Call in the cavalry.
Okay, if you want to go for yours first.
Okay, so I've got one from primary school, which I love telling. It's like one of my favourite stories. Right. And then I got one from secondary school that I always forget happened. So I'll go for the primary school one first. Right, we're in year 6 at this point, so it's like primary school. And as I've mentioned before, I have a really big primary school and secondary school, so there's like 120 people per year group.
Right.
Yeah. So one day, right? There's always like the stereotypes. There's people playing football. There's people doing other stuff, right? So one day, the kids who are playing football, they get their ball taken off them, right, by a teacher.
Oh.
And instead of like any normal stuff, they decide to go on a protest, right?
Oh no.
Around like this concrete area we had, right? It's like an enclosed area. So a good 60, 70, like over half the year group just get in on this point. Like even people who don't care about football just thought it'd be really funny to go around this like concreted area chanting, "We want our ball back." And this goes on for like the entire lunchtime. And it's just like, it's so funny to me. It's just like 60, 70 kids just walking around in a circle like a proper protest, chanting, "We want our ball back." And it's just an absolutely legendary moment that's been ingrained in my mind ever since.
Did they get that ball back?
All of them, all 70 of them, had to write a written apology to the teacher they were protesting. I guarantee it, a few slipped through the cracks, but they tried to make everyone do it. And it's just, but I think the ball they get given back like a week later or whatever. But it's
the most impressive thing is that like, damn, they didn't.
It was just the organised aspect of it that it's just like so many people just walked around. That's what was so funny to me.
That is amazing.
It's just absolutely brilliant.
Oh no, I love that. That's really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a secondary school one which is slightly more depressing, but it's still quite funny.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so in my secondary school, right, like at all secondary school, we had a sports day, right? And let's count back through the years as to why I have never had a proper sports day.
Oh god.
Despite being really sporty. Shame that one. Okay, year 11, GCSEs, we're gone by the time it started. Year 10, remains from COVID, we still had like a gimped one. It was like half, it wasn't a proper one. Year 9, COVID. Year 8, COVID. Year 7.
Oh god.
Year 7, there should be no reason why we didn't have a sports day, right?
Right.
There was no worldwide pandemic, there's no nothing. So we have all the tryouts and all the usual stuff beforehand, and then we get to the actual day. And this is still, like, it's very vague in my memory. Like, every so often I'll just remember this happened, and I'll go like, what the fuck, this actually happened? And then I talk to one of my friends, they're like, oh shit, yeah, that happened. And everyone just seemed to forget about it. It doesn't get brought up. But there was a bomb threat.
Oh.
Just, it's complete nonsense. There was nothing even close to a bomb anywhere. But there was a bomb threat, specifically like the field of sports day, I think. Or that might have been the rumour, but I think it is what happened. Because it's not just me, it was, like, I talked to other people. And, like, the most crazy thing about it is I just keep forgetting that it happened. And everyone does. Like, even my mum forgot it happened. It's like, you'd think you'd remember, the time the school had a bomb threat. Everyone just kind of forgot.
Shit.
It's really weird.
Okay. How can people just forget that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think COVID just erased everyone's memories, right? Because this was like a year before COVID. But it wasn't a proper. It might have been a rumor spread, but I think it was real because I think we did get told. It's so long ago at this point. I just almost completely forgot, and like it never gets brought up. But whenever I bring it up, people are like, "Oh yeah, that did happen," and it's so weird to me that no one remembers.
Yeah, that's certainly something.
It feels like almost like a shared like dream or whatever, but no, it definitely did happen.
Damn.
Because there was no sports day in year 7.
So what did they actually do when you were at school?
I think someone they just everyone got taken off the field, right? And we all went to classrooms because I think they were like the threat or whatever it was. I think was just like the field or whatever. So we all just went into classrooms because I remember sitting in in an English classroom looking out in the field.
Bloody
there was
hell.
like no one there. It's just so weird. So weird.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. There's other smaller stuff like your generic, like I think there was a nonce, but wasn't I think it was a history teacher, was ours.
Oh god.
And and then obviously usual drug stuff. But what do you expect?
Okay, I've got some funny ones. I need to write them down before I forget.
All right.
I've come up with 4. I've remembered 4 little things.
Okay.
Just making notes so I don't forget any whilst writing reading. No, talking, explaining the stories. I can't. I genuinely can't talk today.
Oh, that's all right.
Genuinely can't. I've
We'll
already
get through
forgotten
this.
one of them. I've already forgotten one of them. I've already forgotten one of them.
Oh no.
No, it came to mind when you were saying something, and I'm retracing my steps of what you said.
I've
trying
talked
to remember
about
something comes
football and the protest, and then I talked about sports days and like the bomb threat. So, wait, does any of that like
It does,
trigger
like,
a memory?
the thing is, it rings a bell. Like something is like very like there's a spark there, but like no, there's something there. It just needs a spark. I don't remember what the thing is. Okay, I'll go through the other three things that I have written down.
Okay.
So, similar to the bomb threat one.
Ooh, that's good.
It's not really similar. I remember walking to school one day and finding like a bullet casing on the floor. There was just like a fucking bullet shell like on the ground.
Can't say I've ever experienced that before.
Yeah. So me being the
that one.
nerd, like most people, I'm sure they'd think, "Oh, that's really cool. I'm going to keep that." No, I handed it in to a teacher for some fucking
No, that's
reason.
fair enough. That is worrying.
Yeah, I was a little.
I wouldn't
worried.
blame you.
Why was there a bullet shell on the ground?
Yeah. Oh, that's not a nice thought.
Yeah. And we're not in America either, so this isn't a common occurrence.
That's the thing, right? Because if we're in America, I wouldn't put it past.
I'm sure you wouldn't. Yeah. The only times I've seen actual guns is when I think the country had a couple of like actual like bomb threats at some point, and like there was like guards all over the place, like armed police everywhere.
Right.
But like other than like that week or two, never.
Yeah, no. I've only seen it when I've gone. I've only seen like with scouts when I've gone to like a air rifle shooting place. And I've
That's fair.
shot an air rifle. That's the only guns I've ever seen, really.
That's fair. So actual stories. I'll start off with a silly one. I've mentioned this a few times on the podcast.
All right.
Nothing crazy. I just know that the day GTA 5 released,
Oh, yes.
there was so many staff that had called in sick that we all had a half day.
That's brilliant. That is.
Like genuinely, we had a half day the day GTA 5
Because
came
there
out.
just wasn't enough teachers.
Yeah, there weren't enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like they never said the reason, but it would make sense if that was the reason. Because none of us knew there was a half day before that point.
Yeah, that's usually the reason when they call days like that is because there's not enough staff or they legally can't keep you. Because like whenever we get half days, it's because the electric or something like that goes and they can't feed us, so they have to send us home.
Yeah, literally. Like we finish a lesson, then they're like, "Oh, it's a half day, by the way. You can all go home." Like it's so random. Like I was happy walking back. So I think, "Oh, GTA 5 came out today."
Yeah, I was gonna get you to play GTA 5.
Yeah, I didn't get it until like a week later. But like
even still, you half day.
Still, a half day's a half day.
Exactly.
I find that really funny how there were so
Yeah,
many teachers
that
off
is
sick.
That is brilliant.
Off sick. You know,
Off
awesome.
sick. Yep.
And the other one is it's a random one that I actually organised. This was funny. So this is a story that I talk to Blaz about often.
Oh, okay.
It's French related. So
Oh, this is a good one.
So
I just remembered another story from my school.
Oh god, okay. So when we had our last 2 years of French.
Yep.
So we had the same teacher ever since year 7.
Okay.
So I think we need to explain how the years work and GCSE and shit. So we have years 7, 8, and 9, which is just your normal secondary school, high school, whatever experience kind of thing. And then there's years 10 and 11, which are pretty much the same thing. But the things you learn are more or less focused to what you want to learn. There's still like things like, maths, English, science, but then there's also the other things that you want to learn.
Yeah, your options.
Yeah, your options. You can like focus on certain things. But then there's also one where you have to pick between certain things. So you have to pick something between history, geography, and a foreign language.
Yep.
I didn't like any of those, so I chose French. Because at the time... So
pick, I have to say.
Yeah, so you pick your options midway through year 9.
Yep.
So midway through year 9, I was actually enjoying French because the teacher was actually being quite nice.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, oh yeah, I'll do this, might as well. I don't really enjoy history, I don't really enjoy geography, so I'll do French. Might as well. Day 1 of year 10, she turned into a complete asshole. I hated it so much.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. You can tell she was only putting on this nice facade so people chose
Try and
French.
get you to take it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, the end of so midway through year 11, we're all focusing on our exams because we have big exams at the end of that year.
Oh yeah, I'm very familiar.
Very big very big exams. But then like I think we all realized that like pretty much everyone in the class absolutely despised our teacher. She turned into a complete asshole. So I thought, okay, what if I asked everyone if there's anyone who doesn't want their French books, I'll collect them and burn them all.
All right.
It was on a YouTube video as well, which
brilliant.
It's private for obvious
I
reasons.
at this point, but that's sick.
I might throw up a clip of it.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. If there's anything salvageable from that, I'd love to see.
There's definitely some salvageable things. I don't show my face the entire way through.
Oh, good.
But I collected a bunch of people's books, and after our exams, I burnt them all.
Yeah, brilliant.
Burnt them all.
Nice, very nice.
That was actually a really funny thing. I don't know if she was aware that I'd done that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, no. I'm sure it spread somehow. It usually does.
I mean, I'm sure on the day when everyone was handing me their books all at once, I'm sure she would have been very confused. Unless she was out of the room, I don't really remember. But I don't know, that was funny.
That's brilliant.
Similar story involving the same... voice, fucking hell. Oh, that was a strong one.
Yeah, I need a bit of a drink there.
Excuse me. Okay.
It's all right.
So, similar story involving the same teacher.
Okay.
I don't know if this was before or after people handed me their books. I think it was before. But I think it was about midway through that year. So she was just done showing us whatever it was, quote unquote, teaching us something. But the fact that she forgot to turn off the projector was very important to this story.
Oh, okay.
Because everyone's like looking down at their books, working, whatever it is. I look up because I'm bored out of my mind. And notice on the screen, she's applying for another job at another school.
Oh, that's amazing. She's trying to get away from you.
And it says what the school was and everything. Like it, you can tell she was so sick of our shit.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So
you genuinely drove her to try and find
genuinely, I drove her to
that's
leave.
incredible.
I do feel a little bit bad, but like she wasn't a really good teacher. But like she applied for this job at another school. I don't know if she ended up getting the job, but I know for a fact that she left that year.
Yeah, she probably got it at least one school then if she left.
She was
that's brilliant.
like properly like filling out this form, like to apply for this school job, and like
during a class. That's amazing.
During a class, and I'm the one who calls out. By the way, the projector's
on. Freeze. Oh, amazing.
I was a complete asshole to this teacher. I do feel a little bad.
I mean, there's a certain expectation from teenagers that you're going to be slight arseholes.
I know. I mean, to be fair, me as a teenager, I was a complete twat. But like, I was a complete twat. I'm different now, but still.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot easier to look back and like, oh, I was actually kind of an arsehole.
I was a complete asshole. I was bullied for the first few years. I see why.
Oh, never mind then.
It wasn't for like any like physical thing or any proper reason. I was just an asshole. I was just an asshole.
Okay, fair enough. Then.
I mean, most of the time it stemmed from. I think they started it, but still.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't blame you. But I'm sure there's reasoning you could delve into.
Yeah, I have many school stories. If I ever do an episode with Blaz.
Oh, that yeah. I want to hear him.
I have so many school stories. So many. Like, I feel bad for Sean because whenever it's just us three calling, Sean has to be completely subjected to us talking about school.
Yeah. Oh dear, I can imagine. I know that.
It's really funny though. But no, I have so many school stories. It was a very chaotic school.
Oh,
It was
brilliant.
very chaotic. It wasn't like a rough school or anything. It was
Oh,
just
right. That's good.
it was just complete chaos.
Oh, yeah, that's brilliant. I've
It
got
was
quite a few,
complete
but
chaos.
I'm coming back to me now. I'm going to mention one now. I'm going to save the rest just generally.
All right.
Because relating to French, right? So picture it, end of year 9. Everyone's chosen their options by this point.
Right.
We all know who's taking French and who's not. We all know who gives a shit and who's just given up at this point. And we have a really nice teacher, right?
Right.
I hate language, absolutely despise them because I'm awful at them. I'll admit it, that's why. But I absolutely hate languages. And so I'm just checked out at this point. And so we're like proper end of year 9 here, like last week kind of time.
Right.
And so I don't remember exactly how, but a pen gets thrown out a window, right?
Right.
just to set it up. And so one of the guys in my class, right? He climbed out the window.
What?
Like, we're on the ground floor. We're not like up here, but it's a little jump, but it's not a story.
Okay.
So he just climbs out the window, just grabs the pen, and then the teacher looks at him, and she doesn't say anything. She just turns around again, and I look at her and just like, okay, she's completely done with us at this point. And so just another guy gets out the window, and it's just. Oh, I should love that memory. It's just so funny. Two people out the window getting a pen.
Oh no, that's really funny.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant.
It also just sparked two memories.
We could just go back and forth. Please go on.
Right, so I'm sure the person who climbed out that window is a very similar sort of person to who I'm like to describe in this story.
I love him. But yeah, go on.
So the person in this story, all you really need to know about him is that he was pretty much the class clown, if anything.
Yeah.
Best word for him, class clown.
Yeah.
So I think this was in year 8 or 9. I don't really remember. I just know that we was in maths, and I, in general, used to really love maths. I was a big nerd for it. But this one specific year, it's fun. It can be.
Yeah. I'm taking further maths, so it better be fun.
Oh God, have fun. There was 4 in our class. I was one of them, and I dropped out.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. A lot of people do. It's looking like there's going to be a decent few actually in ours, but once again, big school. So anyway,
that's fair. Yeah, I did normal maths and it was crazy. Anyway, I used to love maths, but in this one specific year, we had this one specific teacher, and I didn't really like her. I didn't actually enjoy maths that much. She wasn't a very good teacher.
Okay.
She was the sort to just hand us a textbook and just read this page. She wasn't a very good teacher.
Yeah.
She left after that year. Anyway.
Common theme.
Common theme. I know. In that school, it was all over the place. Anyway. So I don't remember what led to all of the events I'm about to describe. It was a very chaotic lesson. But I know this class clown kid, I don't want to say his name.
Give him a fake name. You could.
Let's go for...
call him Acing.
Call him Acing. To be...
Absolutely confuse everyone.
I'm not going to give them a name.
Okay, that's fine.
I can't think of the most fitting name for this guy. But there was so most of us we didn't like their teacher at all.
Okay.
She wasn't that good. I respected her. She was fine. She was a nice person, but she's not a good teacher.
Okay, yeah.
But in general, yeah. So her and this kid did not like each other. Completely clashed. Clashed.
Okay, I know the type. Yep.
So usually it's like this kid, like just he was a bit of a dick to her, like light insults here and there, just little jabs. He was a bit of a dick to her. Yeah. But like sometimes it was a little funny in context.
Yeah, you gotta let yourself laugh at it a little bit.
But this one day she wanted to snap back.
Oh, here we go.
But like we didn't know she was going to do that. So he needed a textbook. His book was full. He needed a new one.
Yes. Yeah.
And side of the classroom, there just so happens to be this big cupboard, this big walk-in cupboard. Oh, it's quite thin. It's just, you open the doors and there's just a load of shelves right in front of you. There's enough space to stand in there, but not much space to move around.
Okay.
He goes in there looking for a book. She shuts the door. and stands in front of it. She like basically blocks him in this cupboard.
That's amazing.
She basically blocks him in the cupboard.
That's amazing.
So I just find his responses really funny. It's not going to have the same humour to it because I can't really convey the same voice or anything that he was doing, but it was funny. But he was like banging back on the door from the inside.
Yeah.
Basically banging, going, "Oi, let me out, you pedo."
Oh, I know the voice. Wait, bro, let me have a cupboard, you nonce.
Because one thing that he was constantly saying in lessons was that she locked kids in the cupboard.
Okay, that's brilliant.
So she did block him in the cupboard.
She lived up to expectation.
It went on for a little bit, but just like
that's amazing.
you can just hear him like banging on the door from the inside. Like, "Oh, let me out, you pedo."
Oh, it's incredible. Oh my god.
It was so funny.
Oh, I'm so glad this question led to that. That was the kind of thing I was looking for. Was just absolutely just insane moments. Oh,
More things are coming to mind, but I need to stop it. I need to stop somewhere.
We've got to end eventually.
Have you got any more?
I've probably got loads, but I think I'll call it there for this one.
Okay, I've got one really good story, but I'm going to save that. I'm sure there's some other time that will come up.
Yeah,
but one thing I will say, I once got a detention for drawing a dick on some scrap paper.
Yep, that's big.
It was scrap paper.
Brand.
Like, they specifically said it was scrap paper. So I drew a dick on it. I got detention because apparently that scrap paper with some words from an old textbook on the other side of it, we were going to glue into our books. And I drew a dick on someone's work, but it was scrap paper.
It was scrap paper.
How can you say it's scrap paper and not expect someone to draw a dick on it?
Yeah, come on, they're about the teenagers. What do you expect?
It's scrap paper. I'm fully expecting it to be thrown into the bin or recycled. I'm not expecting that to go into our books.
Yeah, I would have just stuck it in my book. I would have claimed ownership. Been proud.
But it was funny. Yeah. It was an after-school one as well.
Oh, nice.
I got 2 or 3 after-school detentions. I wasn't that bad. I was quite well behaved, but that was one, and then another one I got was for squirting orange juice on someone, which I think was justified.
Yeah, no, I'll give him that one.
It was a friend. We were just pissing around. He found it really funny, but those teachers don't.
No, I know the exact kind. Yeah, if you piss about with a mate, it's all good.
Yeah, that's
what was I going to say? I haven't got detention in 2 years because I figured out exactly how to ride the line between getting one and not getting one. I know exactly how far I can get, what I can get away with.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I think with me, I just used to be a dick and then just suddenly become good when I realised the teacher's catching on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But no, I used to be such a dick at school. Oh my god, I was an asshole.
Oh well, you've learned. You're better now.
I have developed as a person. I think.
I haven't. I'm still the same.
Okay.
So I'm perfect, so we're all good.
So, we're down to the last question, which is so completely unrelated from what we've just been talking about the past 20 minutes.
Oh, right.
It's literally just such a random question, but I would just love to hear what you'd say to it. I don't know, it's just random. It's a very simple question. I can't see this lasting very long at all.
Okay.
However, if you were to dye your hair right now, what colour would it be?
Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay, do you know what hair colour I'm now?
No idea. I'm assuming you're blonde.
I'm blonde.
I knew it. I didn't know. I don't think you've ever told me before. Just you sound like someone who would be blonde, and I don't know why. I have no reason. Just if I were to visualize you, blonde hair definitely. Also shoulder length.
Yeah, I got big shoulders. Swimmer. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Well, it's not shoulder length, but it's like. Oh, you mean the hair? The whole hair's not shoulder length, but.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It's not that. I'm not that. But it's that. I've got a relatively long fringe, not that far down though. I'm not shoulder length. Sorry, I misunderstood. But Yeah, relatively long. Like, still on my face though.
That's fair.
You're pretty spot on for having no knowledge, so I'll give you that.
I have nothing to base it off of, just a guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not bad at all. But yeah, I'm blonde, so, and I think my hair really suits that color, and I think I really suit it. So
That's fair.
the
But if you
answer
had
is
to-
I'd keep it the same. But if I had to,
If you had to, any
I
colour.
would be tempted by blue. Like,
Blue? Okay.
don't get me wrong, blue's like very much. If you do it wrong, you're gonna look awful, right? Because we're gonna get back to school stories here somehow. One of my friends, right, back in year 7, like start of year 7, he dyed his hair blue in the summer, and he could not get it out for the life of him.
Oh,
So
no.
he was just stuck like maybe half of the first year, the whole first year, he had blue hair. And if you do the maths, year 7 was fortnight times, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
So take one guess what this kid was called for like good 3 years.
I'm trying to think of blue-haired characters in Fortnite.
Oh, not characters, streamers.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I wouldn't want to be subjected to a life of being called Ninja.
There you go. There it is. Yep. So this kid rocks up year 7, blue hair, gets called Ninja, and he's known for that for like 3 years.
Was it like a similar shade as well?
It was very similar. It was
Oh,
very,
no.
very similar. And he was either called Ninja or Dan TDM for 3 years.
I mean, I would much prefer to be called Dante DM, but still.
Yeah, no, it was mostly Ninja because it was Fortnite times, right?
Oh, God.
But
Oh,
dear.
no.
But yeah, if I had to dye it, like, I think blue could be interesting. I think I could pull it off. And then I don't know other colors. I'm not really sure what other colors I'd like on that, to be honest, because I do like my blonde. Like,
So
if
when you
anything, I
say
like-
when you say blue, I'm assuming you mean like the same shade, or like what kind of blue?
it's a good question. I don't know. I really don't know. I think maybe a darker one. Maybe I'm not sure.
Okay.
I wouldn't go. I would never like fully dye. If I was to dye like anything on my yellow tips or whatever, but like maybe like blonder, like frosted tips or whatever. But even
That's
then,
fair.
I'm perfectly happy with the colour of my hair as it is. Is the honest answer.
That's
But-
fair.
So,
I feel like
person who gives herself pink hair in certain iterations of a character, what colour would you dye your hair?
not pink.
Not pink. Oh, great.
Not
it's
pink.
blue, wasn't it? My bad. Sorry.
Blue.
It
It's
was
blue. Yeah, it's blue.
It's blue. I was picturing pink because that's stereotypical. It's blue. Sorry. my bad.
I've done pink on characters a few times, but yeah, blue is the main one.
Yeah.
I didn't know the shade. I looked it up. Apparently it's called Vivid Sky Blue, but it's literally just a sky blue, but like a stronger.
Okay.
Literally like the blue on like that logo, the potato fields, that kind of blue.
Yeah. Okay.
That shade of blue, that's specifically that kind of blue. I don't know. I don't know. It's a simple question. I just wanted to throw that out there just to hear what you would say.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah. No,
I just wanted to hear what you would say, but yeah,
I guess blonder would be the answer, but if not that blue.
that's fair. I don't know. Like my hair right now, it's very black. Like it's
Yeah.
like I think it is like brown, but very, very, very dark to the point where it's just black.
Yeah, my siblings are like that. My middle one especially. They have brown hair, but it's really, really, really dark at the moment. So just like they've got black hair, so even though
I
it
don't
is
know.
brown.
Yeah, like it's pretty much just black hair, but like
Yeah,
I want brown
they're the
hair.
one with shoulder length hair, by the way, not me. So. You were nearly right.
Nearly there.
Nearly there.
Going
The
off of
siblings,
absolutely nothing except a complete.
I'm
shot
impressed
in
you
the
managed to
dark.
guess I was blonde, to be honest.
I don't know. Just I've always visualized you as someone who's blonde.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And
It's
actually,
like,
it might be on me, to be honest. Now I think about it,
Oh yeah, probably. But
that
even
might
still,
be why
even still.
actually. But still, yeah.
Like, you know my name, right? You've seen it somewhere at some point, I think. It
No.
suits me,
Oh
doesn't
no! I don't know your name. I know Acings, but
Oh.
still,
it? Yeah, everyone knows these things.
everyone knows Acings.
But yeah,
That's fair,
no,
though.
my name really suits me, according to everyone who's ever heard it. So
Okay, that's fair.
I'm very surprised you haven't seen it. I swear I've linked it. Like,
I probably
to you, like, 5
have.
times. You just
I
haven't
probably
registered.
have. I'm just so used to calling you Ham that
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
it's
When-
probably
when
just
actually-
left
when-
my mind.
When I met up with Acing and Prim, they still called me Ham. So, you know.
No,
And I
get-
still
get that.
called him Acing because he didn't want to be called his actual name. So,
No, that's fair. I mean, I guess if you're so used to calling someone something, like with Blaz, like
yeah.
with Blaz, I've been calling him that for so long that I just call him Blaz as opposed to his real name.
Yeah, that's
Is it a point where even if I'm in a call with just me, him, and Sean, who actually knows
you
his
still
name,
call him Blaz.
I still call him Blaz.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like we both sometimes use his name, but Blaz just seems more comfortable or more normal.
no.
I'm so used to calling him Blaz, but
I get you.
he's fine with his name. But I don't know.
Yeah, well, a lot of my friends have nicknames, right? Because we have 3 people named Alex, so we need nicknames for them. So like anytime I use their actual name, I just get it feels wrong. I'm just so used to calling them the nickname at this point.
No, I get that. I get that.
It's like that, I assume.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Like whenever I call him by his actual name, it doesn't feel right. It feels weird. It doesn't
Even though
feel
you knew
right.
his actual name first.
I went to school with him and I was there since like day one.
Yep.
But like, and I've always known him by his real name, but now I know him as Blaz and nothing else. It doesn't feel. It's weird. Names work in so weird ways if you talk to someone online mostly. Because you get so used to calling them by their online name.
It messes with you.
It really does. It really, really does. Okay. So we're done for the questions, the main ones. Now we've got the highlight, the quirky new game.
Okay, prepping myself.
What is? I loaded up my stopwatch on Windows. You'll need the internet for this. It's a fucking watch.
Oh dear.
I'm not going to submit my best times.
We're not going to do it to speedrun.com. Make it speedrun category. Oh, that'd be crazy.
Oh, God, yeah, the quickfire. Yeah. So this is the quickfire round. I've got 4 questions to ask you. They're the same as what I asked Lion last time.
Oh, okay.
I hope you haven't prepared for this.
I did. I thought there were going to be different questions, so no, I haven't.
Nope, they're the same. They're the same. Right, so you get 45 seconds. Chances are you'll be fine in those 45 seconds, but I want to see how quick you can do it. And, yeah, be as descriptive as you want. If anything, more descriptive is funnier if you happen to rush to describe things. But yeah, you get 45 seconds to answer all 4 of these.
Okay.
The timer starts as soon as I start reading the first question. I just need to hydrate very quickly.
Yes, yeah. I'm stretching. I'm getting ready.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Yep. Warm up, done. I'm ready. I'm sat up in my chair.
Okay, right. 3, 2, 1. Who would you like to see on the podcast?
Lily, next.
What's your favourite colour?
Orange. No shit. I eat burger. Look at that. Crazy. Next.
Okay, think of an animal. What is it?
Shit.
I don't think it's an animal.
Dog, I guess.
A dog.
It's dog to shit. I gotta go.
Okay, dog. Right, there is a zombie. What's the closest item to you that could be a weapon?
I have a bottle and I have a phone. I'd whack it with that for some reason. I have no idea.
Bottle
I think the bottle would be alright.
A bottle?
Like it's a plastic bottle, so it's relatively hard, so I can hit with that.
Okay, fine, that's it. 30 seconds. Well, literally 31 seconds. It's like
Gold split. Gold split.
4 seconds faster. However, Lion was a bit more descriptive with the weapon. Actually, no, you said plastic bottle and a phone. You were descriptive. Lion said a desk lamp. I think.
Yeah, the lamp. I don't have a lamp. I don't. The other thing would be a monitor, and that'd be expensive. So.
That's fair. I don't know.
Oh, I could have used the Wii. That would be good.
I could have wanted. I should have instead of saying, "Oh yeah, what's the closest item to you?" I could have said, "Oh yeah, what's the closest thing in this direction?" So if you're not expecting the direction, that'll throw you off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I might try and do that for future ones. But yeah, a little under 31 seconds.
Okay. Not bad.
Not bad. I mean, my timing might be wrong, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, have to retest it.
It's gonna show the actual time. Whatever you're looking at right now, anyone watching, that's the actual time.
Yeah. That's alright. I still win either way, unless you've massively messed up the timer somehow.
Yeah, it should be fine. About 31 seconds. It was faster than mine, definitely.
Whoa,
interesting. Okay,
that's all I was going for.
Okay. That was it. That was a really nice episode. Thank you for being here, Ham.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed it. Give me opportunity to waffle. What more can I ask for?
You can't go wrong with a bit of waffling. You really can't.
Yeah.
And the school stuff was really funny.
Oh yeah, no, that was brilliant. I hope that gets brought up in future episodes because I feel like there's a lot more to you.
I've got so many school stories. So many. But yeah. I'll see you all in the next one. The guest for the next one, because it was meant to be Sean this time, but he's still not feeling great and he's also busy. I can only record them on the weekends. And it's currently Wednesday. So the next one will either be with Sean or it will be... I'm not going to say, actually. I'm not going to say because I don't actually know. I don't actually... I have a few people planned. I just want to make sure I know for a fact who it's going to be.
Yeah. That makes sense. You don't want to promise something you can't deliver.
Yeah. I've got a handful of people who are like happy to do the podcast. I just wonder who's actually guaranteed. Like, it's Wednesday, so Sean maybe, if he's feeling okay. I think he's still feeling pretty shit. So it might not be Sean. Yeah, I hope so. It's been about a week. He's not feeling great.
That's awful.
But anyway, thank you all for watching, listening. It's a lovely episode. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.